Good afternoon. I want to say mild, bright, but changeable day. It is Thursday, the 21st of September. I'm in the reading up with a nice hot cup of tea. And a box to continue unboxing. Now, I have already pulled out quite a few things from here, including numerous titles for Over the Edge, the role-playing game of conspiracies, strange science, weird magic, and so on, set on the Isle of Al Amarja. So, faces and whether the cuckoo likes, house call, unauthorized broadcasting, numerous little segments for the game, myth of self, and the next one is Wildest Dreams. So, Department of Social Chemical Research, Dubai University, May 5th, 1993. Dr. Fergot Nussbaum, Director, Dubai Hospital and Trauma Centre, 271 Dubai Avenue, Justice Barrier, The Edge, Al Amarja. Dear Nussbaum, Dr. Nussbaum, encloses the final report of our findings concerning the drug nightmare and its attendant subculture. We have found solid basis for exaltedness's concern over the proliferation of this narcotic. For years, nightmare was the purview of only the wealthiest of the decadent. Increasing use is seen in other demographic groups, most alarmingly among the island's adolescents and university-aged thrill seekers. We have researched these matters as thoroughly as possible, however, we regret that much of this information remains speculative, based on hearsay and incomplete data. We trust her exaltedness will keep this in mind for the purpose of policy decisions and implementation. On behalf of my colleagues, I remain sincerely yours, Stan Nib, Report Editor. So, this is setting up essentially the source of nightmare for Over the Edge. Essentially, Al Amarja is an island in the Mediterranean, unacknowledged, unrecognised, but a tourist destination nevertheless, where you can find all manner of strange things, including fringe science, magical research, aliens, conspiracies, you name it, it's all in there. And it's ruled over by the Dubain family, presidents for life, as it were. So, you turn up and you start having strange things, getting involved in one conspiracy after another, and nothing is ever really exactly quite the same as you would expect. Dr. Nussbaum is at the forefront of the medical fringe science in the setting, and he has been studying the effects of this drug nightmare. So, contents page, and we end up with a repeat of the letter, an explanation of the preface of what the title of the book, basically the stuff it's about, from the publisher John Nephew about games. Oh, and I'm being invaded by the cat, who is not ours. Hello, here we go. Let me turn around. There we go. So, and then we get on to the question of what the tulpa is, where it comes from, and how to study them, to expanding upon the basic information in Over the Edge, and also their effects upon mutable personas, doppelgangers remaining stable, hazards of tulpahood. So we're in the land of dreams and nightmares, and how that can bleed into reality and back again. And in each case, essentially, we have essentially at the end of each section, we have a game master character, a GMC, complete with details, stats, background, ready to bring to the table. And this is followed by the section of the Sandman, who essentially are going to be the agents of sleep and presumably of nightmare in the setting. And in this question, the Sandman who was studied is one Martin Morris, who describes himself as being born wrong. and the nature of Sandman, and perhaps when you wake up, is reality worse than the nightmare? And then we have the discussion of the inhumanity gene. Another fringe science is the fraternity of loners, almost a non-organisation, if you will. Daily life from Sandmen as well. And we've got discussion in there, as well as some slang to help the Game Master bring this to life. And then this is followed by Irene Barth as another newly independent Sandman. And then we have another agency or organisation, the Exalted Order of Dream Kings. This is at a secret society, complete with pawns, worthy ones, Master of Sleeps, Exalted Master of Sleeps, Prince of Dreams. And so see, this is a series of set of ranks based upon power and the ability to dream and affect dreams. And this is reflected again in some of the skills you can have, such as Zen and recognises molded tulpas. And then we have the real history of the Exalted Order. So essentially, here's what's really going on. They've got sort of like, a front which they'll tell you, or they'll let you find out about, and then real secrets behind. So numerous Game Master characters. All of it, essentially all of this is expanding upon content in the core rulebook, which was published in 1992. Then published in a very nice special edition in 2012, and then we've got the most recent second edition, in effect, or third edition, I suppose you would call it, that is even more storytelling driven, even simpler than the rules in the original version. You've given us the story ideas, and here you have word on the Sandman on the word on the street, Sandman, what's known about them, and then we've got the Fear Masters, a group of hardcore nightmare users who use this drug to understand and control fear itself. Essentially, the Exalted Order of the Dream Kings is an elaborate organisation combining bizarre rituals with practical procedures to get its drug onto the street, and so on. Sandman, the brief is just very creepy, and then, as I say, we'll return back to the Fear Masters. Plot hooks to use the Fear Masters and word on the street. So essentially, they are a sort of like an experimental drug dealing gang, and then we have the Scarlet Palace, which is a brothel, and how that makes use of the tulpas. And we complete with a disorders clinic and a location, which is La Grande Fraise, which is a yacht. More story ideas. And rumours on the street about the Scarlet Palace. And then we've actually got a scenario here: kill John Doe. How do you kill someone if he's just got no name? So this will draw the player characters into the conspiracies revolving around nightmare and sleep. And this, basically, as with other scenarios, it takes place over the course of several days, almost like a countdown. And then we'll get down to ending the story. I've got some bibliography of as well, and basically further reading, and then a section about the authors. This is There's less of an interaction with the other books. There's no intersections in here, which I think is a little bit disappointing. But nevertheless, you know, this is for adding, you know, the weirdness of dreams and sleep to your Over the Edge campaign, if you wanted to. I think this is, I still think that Over the Edge is a really great setting and worth revisiting if you've never seen it before. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this unboxing in the Nook. If you have, then please do click on the like button down below. And of course, if you've got any comments or feedback, I do appreciate you taking the time to post those. And lastly, if you want to be alerted to get more unboxings in the Nook, where you'll see me out here with a box containing a book or game, or in this case a supplement for Over the Edge, which I will unbox and chat about to the best extent of my knowledge for roughly 10 minutes or so, all of course accompanied by a nice hot cup of tea. Then please do click on the subscribe button down below. Thanks again for watching. Back again soon with another one. Bye for now.